Good morning and welcome to Amble in Northumberland. It is an honour to take you here for a little walk with Patch and I. Patch is loving all the sniffs, and I wanted to share with you some of the fears that I still experience in this in this life at this time. And this is quite funny after doing a video about my 2024 reflections and some of the challenges that I had this year to face, including starting my own business, leaving my corporate job and starting this business as a psychic and spiritual mentor. And or just before I do, speaking of magic, I just want to cross over and show you this really cool display at Styles by Helena. And look, there's a Santa here and some little elves. And I want to show you this guy. Isn't he so cool? These two mannequins. I think my wife and son said they look like me. It was really cool. Come on, Patch. He's having an amazing sniff. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the next fears. And I should say hello on camera as well. Hello on camera. It's me, John. Yeah, I wanted to share that this last 12 months is, and a little bit longer, maybe close to 13 months now, maybe even 14 months, has been a journey of coming out of the psychic closet. And I feel the more of us that do these things, like come out of our own closets, whatever it is that you've been hiding from the rest of the world, the more we do it, the better we get at being able to lead by example and share our uniqueness. And for what it's worth, I feel we all have psychic capabilities. We just need to practice them and develop them if that's what we choose to do. And not everyone needs to have them, right? Or develop them, or whatever you want to do. I just love the Mason's arms here with the picture of the guy. The Mason. I also wanted to share that, yeah, it's definitely a journey for me, like just doing this, walking around and just being out and about amongst people, doing what we do best, which is walking around and being human, and just sharing, my thoughts, my journey. What am I saying? Vlogging. That's what I'm doing. And I don't know what the fears are. I guess some of them are past life. Being seen is one of the fears. And then other fears include, I don't know, like people challenging you or thinking that you're strange. I don't know. I guess I just needed to come out and share this. It seemed important as well that I walk you a little bit down the high street. And it is quite early. It's just after 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning. But it seemed important to take you on a little walk down the high street. Some people use this phrase, like follow your fears, and I think it's great advice, right? When you follow your fears, you're really able to say to yourself, look, this is something we're scared of. This is something that is affecting us, because often what happens is when we're scared, we deploy these other tactics, right? Like we avoid them. So one example of that would be, me avoiding walking down the street vlogging down the high street, because there's going to be more people there. I'm just trying to help Patch with the poo, but it's taking a little while. There's a cool plane out for a Sunday morning flight. Um, yeah, so I would employ like various avoidance tactics. Oh, I'll just walk down this other way, or I'll do this other thing, and before you know it, you're creating these ever decreasing concentric circles of constraints in your life, and avoiding these things. So what better way to celebrate fear than to record me doing it at the same time? And I know it's different in different countries, so in other countries, I think including around Europe, you're not allowed to film people without their permission, whereas in the UK there's just nothing stopping you. In fact, I've seen documentaries where people have done things like just gone down to like a busy city Friday or Saturday night, loads of people out drinking and celebrating and going crazy in the streets, and then just filming them, setting up a tripod and filming them. And if the police asked them what they're doing, they just said, I'm just filming them. Like, there's not breaking a law, you can't stop me. Which I just think is fascinating. But it's great to be to do your YouTube videos when there's no constraints like this. But what I tend to do is just to respect people's privacy, is not linger, not just record them standing there staring at them, recording them. But it's a lot of fun to also to show off these beautiful towns and cities the UK has to offer. So here's the high street. I did it, John. Oh, the Christmas lights are still up. I'm just going to put Patch's poo in here. Come on, Patch. There's lots to sniff, and he'd be at it all day. And probably what we'll do is we'll probably just head down the high street and then back up. We were out yesterday. We were just down at the Harbour Inn for a meal. I had some scampi and chips, and it was lovely to get out with our family. And Patch came along too, and he enjoyed seeing some of the other dogs that were there. And he was well behaved until right at the end. He just started barking away, so I had to take him out. But he was just excited. So that was still a good time had by all. If you eat meat, which I don't, but if you do, there's a great butcher just here, and there's they have pigs in the window. Let me show you. These pigs in the window look like Patch. Let me just show you as we go by. Yeah, there they are. Patch pigs. And then shortly we're going to head up to, we're going shopping just after this and getting brunch. So there's, I'm not sure how close by it is, maybe 30 minutes away. There's a shopping centre that we'll go and park at. And that's a lot of fun. There's a cinema there as well. I think my daughter wants to pick up some various supplies, and then we'll head up to get something to eat. There's some beautiful tea rooms, which is open. It's quite a lot open already. And yeah, down here, we might have already passed it. I think we didn't just pass it, actually. Was a place where my daughter got her ear pierced for her birthday, which was fun. Wow, there's a high street branch, a bank branch, which is funny to see. There's ours closed down where we live in Scotland. Loads of the little ones have closed down, so it's rare to see them. They're like here we had the red telephone boxes before mobile phones caught on, and now that you still see the telephone boxes, but they tend to be more for defibrillators, and people use them for sharing books and stuff as well. So yeah, I think we're going to head back up since I'm a little bit of a time constraint. Come on, Pet. Which is that I need to get back and then head off shopping. So as well as this tour of a largely closed Amble High Street before it opens up for Sunday, just encouraging you to reflect on what it is you're scared about. I thought it was important as well because fear is really fascinating, right? Like, you can be scared of what to others may seem like a really small thing. Like, I used to have a friend that was scared of the Incredible Hulk, and that if you just mentioned the Incredible Hulk, they would start crying or getting really upset. And I also had, I've had inexplicable fears, like fears of swimming in the past, like body shame fears, fears of showing my body. I've had fears of, you've seen me, like, if you've watched some of my videos, driving in city centres. And I think a lot of the theme of my fears now, there's lots of pigeons, are more about like integration, and it's like the integration of all this, how to describe it, more metaphysical work that I do now as my day job. My day job, doing psychic readings, clearings, healings, quantum energy readings, clearings, healings, Akashic records, loads of different stuff, like a lot of very metaphysical things, and doing more, integrating it more into the physical reality. And I feel like this is really important, both for just my mental health, so I don't just hide in my studio the whole time. And if I'm honest, initially that's what drove me to do more of this, was to be out and about and around people and just be more human and not just hide away and isolate myself. And it's the same, on a Tuesday when I'm at the wellness centre, when I rent that space to my psychic reflexology. That it has been amazing, meeting people and doing just a whole load of different treatments and exploring those, and learning Swedish massage is really exciting. Really enjoying that. I would always to say that I have got to this stage where I'm realizing that as part of my mission to help people on their awakening journeys, is to not just kind of, how to describe it, like abandon the more practical aspects of my life, and because it's so easy to just disconnect. Like, it'd be so easy for me to, or should I say tempting, maybe not easy, but tempting for me to just get in my camper van and go on a tour, disconnect from my family and my physical life, and just go and do client sessions all the time, whenever and wherever I wanted to around the world, which is, definitely yields excitement for me, and I know that part of my life will be that, and is that. However, it's not just that, right? It's also about me having a life, being a human, getting on with the day-to-day things. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges you face in your awakening journey is your greatest kind of safety and growth often happens in isolation. You isolate yourself and you become like this lone wolf so that you can do your inner work, and then when you're ready, you guide yourself back to reintegrating and connecting with the rest of the world. Hello. These beautiful crows, or ravens, I'm never really sure how you tell the difference. These might be ravens. They have like smaller beaks. And the reintegration with the world. Here I am, a guy with his dog, walking down the street, talking to his phone, talking about facing fears and just doing it, and whilst I haven't stopped people and interviewed them and asked them about various things, maybe that'll be something I'm brave enough to do in the future. Maybe I'd do it maybe I'd feel safer ironically doing it in the city, like in Edinburgh. I don't know. But yeah, just encouraging you in 2025, because it's only a few days away, to face some of those fears and to start that journey of growing through them. As you've, just like many of you said to me, "Oh, John, I really love your walk and talk videos." The more I explore these different modalities, the more you and the universe rewards me, which I'm very grateful for. Come on, Patch, just to hear. There's a beautiful camper then. So I don't really know what other fears I have right now. It was quite funny because I felt so brave after I left my corporate job. I was like, oh, look at me. I've done this big amazing thing in my life, and yet, and don't get me wrong, it's a huge thing. And if it resonates, if my journey resonates with you, do it now, do it as soon as you can. But make sure you've got your some sort of goal, vision, dream life, imagined for yourself, so that you can, guide yourself towards that as being the very thing that you want, and that becomes your guiding light. But it's also just moving into the next aspects of well, here's the next fear. Like, what's the next thing that I'll face in my life? And I feel like this is definitely a big part of it as well. So yeah, I think I'm coming to an end of my chat, and thank you for all your love and support. And I'm not sure how many more videos I'll be posting in 2024, but it's been a real honour. Please do check out my other video, which I'm posting today, about the reflections of 2024, about my dream life, dream business, and yeah, I look forward to sharing more and serving more. Take care, everyone. Sending love.